Today's guest is one of the most connected people in Europe in the info market. He helps 7-8 figures entrepreneurs reaching their goals faster.
I'm not saying this to be rude or crass, it's just like recognizing that there's levels to the game.
And today, he's gonna teach us his secrets about networking, dating, and how, with the right confidence, you can get whatever you want in the span of less than 2 years.
Actually, I'm meeting all these fucking cool guys. Why don't I start funneling them into a community?
Piero Ladhur. So, Piero, welcome to the podcast.
Thank you very much.
Nice to
Excited
have you
be
here. So many people have seen you riding McLarens in Dubai and partying with BO members in Cannes. Piero was in our rooms with CMOs of some big companies like Red Bull and Nestle last week. And right now we are here in Milan, Italian business ball. So who is Piero Ladhur and how everything started?
Well, those are two quite difficult, broad-reaching questions. I'm just me. Like, I really just think I'm just Piero, and I'm just known as Piero because I think we're all just one of one. So I don't really know how to describe myself. I can tell you what I do, but that's different to who I am. In terms of what I do two things. I'm first and foremost a coach. And secondly, I have a small community, but it's really just grows through word of mouth. And it's called Raw Doggers. So my whole philosophy, what I coach, is I help people walk into any room on earth. Being that most charismatic version of themselves, I help people build insane networks that help them grow their business and fulfill their life. And then I've got a community of the most successful entrepreneurs that I meet that I think are a fit, and I bring them together. We run cool shit together as cool people, and we just fucking live life.
I checked you on everywhere on the internet, LinkedIn and everything.
Yeah.
I saw you do another work at the same time.
Not anymore. Well,
Not
I do like an
anymore,
hour a
still?
week. I do an hour a week for it. So that's called Binder, that company, right?
Yeah.
And my story was I moved to Dubai like 2 years ago now or something with this tech company. Because again, through network, I met the right people and I said to them, hey, you're moving to the Middle East. I'm going to expand you out there. It was a bit of a story. And I then find myself in Dubai expanding this reg tech business there. It sells software to AML software to corporations, free trade zones. It's like accounting firms. It's very boring, to be honest with you. Like, just boring as hell. But I was making good money, and I was in Dubai, and I was there by myself. And so I asked myself, I was like looking over the palm, and I was like, who do I actually want to become? And I wanted to become the guy that actually travels the fucking world, makes money, does cool shit with cool people, which is what I do now.
Yeah.
And it was in that moment that I was like, no, I'm going to fucking make it happen. Because I was already making money with that. And so then my story is that over that year in Dubai, I built an insane network by going, meeting the right people, making the most of these rooms and people wanting to work with me. And then through that, I fell into coaching. And yeah, that's kind of what brought me here today. But with Binder, I do like half an hour a week. We actually just signed our like exit clause. So it's just something to leave on LinkedIn.
So you were born and raised in London.
Correct.
And then you started university. I think it's a pretty good university as well.
Yeah, fairly good.
You did a 3 years bachelor.
Correct.
Did it help you becoming the person you are right now?
Well, I think everything helped me become the person I am today. Is the question like, is university worth it or not? Is that the question?
It's more, did that path help you becoming the person you are right now? Maybe even going to Dubai and connecting with certain type of people there.
Look, I'll be really transparent. I've been trying to do online shit since like 16 years old. I was doing Forex, I was doing this, I went to university, I was like fucking hustling. I had like multiple different stuff. You've seen on my LinkedIn, like I've tried a bunch of different shit whilst at university. I even had a YouTube video, my first YouTube like 6 years ago that I've archived. And I'll unarchive one day when I fucking finally blow up. And I always just like tried it. In terms of like university and like how it affected me, honestly, I remember I made like $100,000 when I was like 20 on crypto. And I remember thinking like, fuck, I should quit university, move to Thailand and just full send online business. But I didn't. I was a pussy. And instead I went the traditional route. I also had a girlfriend and like not the right people around me, which impacted my growth. And it was only really when I got the right people around me did everything change for me. And that's why I'm so passionate about it, because my environment has made me who I am today. And when I had the wrong environment, it fucking held me back.
So compare these two types of environment now, London and then Dubai, you met the right people? Was it Dubai?
In Dubai, I made the right people. I started to meet the right people already in London, but for like a different niche. For this online stuff, it was Dubai, because it's the best place for entrepreneurs that aren't US based, because you pay no tax. Yeah.
So what was the point when you were working at Biner that you said, okay, now let's focus totally on the online game? Was it a point, or it's more something?
Yeah, it was October last year. I remember like exactly, because like even though I did a mastermind and other stuff beforehand, I wasn't fully like, yeah, I'm gonna fucking full send this. I think it was just like with buying, like we kind of like went back and forth, and we like kept changing the strategy and shit. And like the thing is, I was making decent money with it, so it was like I was still comfortable. But it just got to a point where it's like, imagine you're in like a relationship that's kind of like, it's like half good, half bad, you know? That's kind of like, it got to a point where I was like, you know, fuck it, this isn't like actually serving me. So that's when I made the decision to actually like full fucking send my own stuff. It was, I remember like end of October. And yeah, from there it's gone pretty fucking well.
And how did your goals change on that path? So for example, 18 years old, 16 years old, starting online ventures and stuff, you had certain goals, then it shaped a little bit when you went to university maybe, and then again.
I don't think so. I think I've always wanted to have like, I don't know, I just watched movies as a kid. Like I saw James Bond's fucking life.
Yeah.
And I was like, I want that. I think a lot of people are like that. But then I think what happens is like, as you get older, you get around the wrong people, and then they're like, you can't have that. But I think I was like, no, fuck you, I still want to live James Bond's life. And so I don't know, I just kept at it. And I'm definitely not perfect. I'm not there fully, but I'm getting pretty fucking close.
Yeah, and do you think this is your trajectory of life?
What?
Having this type of life?
I kind of live it. I was talking to my girlfriend yesterday. I literally like wake up, decide where the fuck I want to go, make good money with an amazing girlfriend. I have sick friends across the world. I'm not trying to be cocky. Like this is the life I've manufactured now. And it's not perfect. Like for sure, there are different like levels to the game. Going to Cannes last week was a wake up call. Like holy shit, there's money out there. But yeah, like can't complain.
What about your coaching you're doing for high level entrepreneurs? How does it work? And what type of ICP are you having, for example?
Sure, I work with like the summary in terms of what I do is I work with people that have made a lot of money. But in terms of how they present themselves to the room, to any room, they're capped socially. So that sometimes manifests in different problems. Because, for example, some of the entrepreneurs that I work with, they're like, you know what? I've got an amazing girlfriend. I've got an amazing partner. I don't give a shit about that stuff. Really what I want to do is I want to walk into any room and I want to make a shit ton of business happen. Okay, we'll do this. Or I want to build a network. Okay, let's do this. I've got some clients in San Francisco. They're not personable on podcasts. People zone out. Hopefully this does me justice and people are actually still listening to it, but I help people become more charismatic. There are other people and they're like, you know what, I made a lot of money, actually I just want to like fulfill my life and life max or whatever you want to however you want to phrase it. I don't know how to meet the right people. I have no network. I really struggle at meeting girls and maybe finding a high quality partner, and so I'll help them with that. But really my coaching's bespoke. I don't have, and maybe this has held me back, I don't have like I do this for this.
I mean, sometimes
I just help the right people.
Sometimes it's just understanding better what they want.
Yeah.
And giving them the solution.
Exactly. And I really don't work with many people. Like the thing that was really exciting, like a few weeks ago, living with an entrepreneur and actually helping him one-on-one, him living with me for a week, that was fucking awesome. And like now one of my goals is I want to go live with a billionaire that maybe doesn't have as much of social acuity, and like make him actually a fucking G. That's what I want to do.
The real transformation happens 1-to-1.
Yeah, 100%.
All the like, pretty much 90% of the time.
Yeah, I agree.
So, other side, let's come back to the other work in Biner. What were you doing in practice on a day-to-day basis?
If I'm honest, I don't think it's relevant for what I do now.
It's not relevant.
No, so totally. I wouldn't talk about that.
So, normally, for how much time do you work with the people you work with?
But 3 to 6 months? It really varies.
Months. Yeah, it depends on them.
It's all bespoke, right?
Mm-hmm.
You might come to me with this problem, and then like, if I have a solution and the price is right, okay, cool, we'll do it.
So your bio says founders lose deals to better connected peers, and the lies haven't caught up with their business. What does caught up actually look like when you see that in people?
Sorry, could you rephrase the question, please?
So,
So have I made you nervous?
huh?
Have I made you nervous? Have I ruined this?
What do you mean?
Okay, no. What's the question? It was not clear for me.
So, when founders lose deals
Mm-hmm.
to better connected peers,
What does that mean?
so for example,
Is
you
that no?
have-
Is your question like what does that mean?
No. This is part of the question.
Okay.
So, when founders lose
Yes.
deals to better connected peers, and their lives haven't caught up with their business, I think this is what you say in one of your bios on YouTube.
I think I've said it somewhere. I think
Yeah.
what I was trying to get at there is like you could be like I think it's quite frustrating. Let's say you're an agency owner and you're like, okay, you know for a fact that your thing on the market is the best thing, but you know the other people that have a worse product are getting way more money or making way more money than you, and it's only because of who they know. And I think that's a very frustrating position to be in, because like you can have the best product, but if no one fucking knows about it, then great. And fundamentally, people buy things if they trust you, your company, and the thing that you have can actually help them solve a problem. Now, then what's the best way to build that trust? It's by knowing the right people and looking them face to face and shaking their hands. That's really what I solve.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I was trying to get at there.
For example, give me an example of
Okay, I'll give you an example.
person you
Jack's
help.
dream, videographer, he was like, I want to, like, he put it out there. He was like, I want to fucking be video editor, or like, I want to work with Beyond.
Mm-hmm.
Like, one of the best, like, crazy travel company things
Yeah,
around
yeah,
the
yeah.
world. That's what he told me. Jack, when did you tell me about the Beyond stuff?
Probably like 3 months ago.
Okay, 3 months ago he said that to me. I said that to Oscar, who's like my friend, and like I also put in touch with Paul, and now, like, that's kind of how you got it.
Yeah, that is true.
Because you know the right person. There could be a video editor that's way better than you. No offense. But
Probably.
he didn't get it because he didn't know me.
Yeah.
Not in a cocky way, but he didn't know the right person.
Mhm.
So it's like all who you fucking know.
Mm-hmm. What would you say is in practice, how do you have this type of network? How do you connect with people? How do you provide the right value to them?
Those are 3 questions. Start one by one.
Let's go one by one. So how do you achieve this type of network?
Okay, well, it takes time. I think building a network is like farming, right?
Mm.
So what do I mean by that? I was just in Friuli. My uncle, he has like big farm, and building a network is literally like you plant loads of seeds and you have to nurture them over a period of time. And what will happen on this farm is you have different crops, which is maybe like different types of people, and over time, some of those will have crazy yield. And just like a farmer, you'll be able to fucking, if you know what you're doing and you have the right strategy, you'll be able to make a shit ton of money from that network and from that thing that you've cultivated over a long period of time. Where people fuck up is they try and harvest way too quick. It's like a farm and you put the seeds and there's just like soil and you're like, I want to collect the fruit. It's like, let the fucking tree grow. So that's the first thing. It's like actually recognizing this thing takes time. But if you actually do it properly and you let it take place, you'll make a shit ton of money. And I've only started a year ago. Literally a year ago.
Yeah.
Maybe a year and a half, sorry. But like, it's not been that long.
Yeah. You said, so 1 year and a half ago, you started working in Dubai? Or was it?
Like, maybe 18 months ago now, from this
18
point.
months ago. Yeah, but still. I mean...
But now, like, not in a cocky way. If you go through who follows me on Instagram, it's like most of the online space.
Yeah. Uh-huh. And how do you connect that well with people starting from zero?
Starting from zero, it's... Okay, if you like had to sell something, starting from zero, how would you do it?
I mean,
Let's
first
say
of all,
you had to start a business, what would you do?
So you create like an MVP, you make people test that. You make that people test that for free, and then you make it better, and then first paid customers, and then you scale from that. You improve and you sell and you...
I think we're like overcomplicating it. Really, it's like find out who do you want to sell to, what do you have that you can give to these people. Networking's the exact same, and then you just give it to them, right? That's like the process of business. Like something to sell to the right person, and then you fucking sell it to them. How does it work for like why is that relevant for networking? Well, if you want to build your network, what do? You figure out who do you want to build a network with. You figure out what types of events and things are going to be interesting to those people that are no-brainers, and you fucking do it. And you do it really well. And you do it really well for time and time and time and time again, and you just give, and you don't ask, and you let the plants and the seeds grow, and then you start to get everything that you ever wanted.
I mean, yeah, you give for nothing, and everything is gonna come back one day.
Yeah.
So,
you give for nothing at the start. It's like VC investing.
Yeah.
If you're like, you know how like venture capital works. So
yeah.
you can invest in 10 companies, 9 go broke, but the one that goes well, you made like 100 million.
Exactly.
So it's very similar in networking because you can like nurture and invest in like 10 relationships, but you have to have the foresight and long-term thinking to recognize that fine, maybe most of them won't go anywhere, but the ones that do, you must trust the process in that they will do very well for you.
Yeah. How do you think is important connecting in person rather than online?
I think it's like night and day difference. That's why like in my community, everyone meets each other at some point, and I throw things to. I always host events. Posted one yesterday. I mean, after this, we're hosting a dinner together because the amount of trust that you can build in person after connecting to you is way different versus like actually just going on calls.
Okay.
Like, there's probably been people like, yeah, it does work, and you will feel like you eventually get to know someone, but it's probably like 10 hours of time. Versus if I met you for 5 minutes in person. It's a big difference.
Definitely. If you had to choose between losing all your network or losing all your net worth, would you choose? It's pretty obvious.
Well, network is net worth, so. But it doesn't really matter because when you know the skill set, like you could, like, it doesn't matter for me because when you know, like, when you have the knowledge that I have, you can build any network on earth in any industry. And you can make all the money you want to make. Because you have the skill set. So really it's like the skill set's the key thing. Network or net worth doesn't matter. You could take both away. It's do I have the skill set, the character traits and the beliefs? And I do. So I'll be fine.
What's the psychology behind connecting with people?
What do you mean by that?
Like, are there some principles you normally teach to your clients?
Yeah. So I think most people going into rooms, like, they focus on themselves and how they're perceived. But really what you want to focus is on how this other person that you're going to speak to is how they perceive themselves. Fundamentally, humans are self-serving creatures. And so you must understand that from a psychological perspective, you care about you. He cares about him, he cares about him. And so if I go into a room and understand that truly on a deep level, what then happens is I'm like, okay, if this person cares about themselves, what part about themselves do they care about the most? Can I make them feel fucking good? Can I make them have a good time? Okay. And the focus is 100% on them versus being on myself. Whereas most people, they go into rooms and they're like, oh, like, I wonder how, like, is my dress okay? Is this okay? Like, what are these people going to think about them? That's selfish. You got to focus your attention on the other person. That's like the nugget of gold that I could give.
Is there something you don't say normally on YouTube and interviews that you teach to your clients?
It's probably a lot. That's a hard question to answer. If you give me more direction, I can answer it better.
About online events. No, about in-person events.
I don't really know what I don't. I feel like I say everything on YouTube, like, that I have, to be honest. It's like, that's not the hard. Like, people don't work for me for the information because you can find all of the information online. People pay for proximity. People want to be near me and they want to be around me. And then people pay for access to my network. And then people pay on that, like, access to the environments that they're in. And then also it's like really bespoke. Because like, you won't work with me just because, oh, he has some knowledge and I just fucking spit knowledge back to you. The reason everything's bespoke is because what I do is I figure out what's your current situation. And it's like, okay, what do you want? And let's work together on the quickest way for you to get what you want with the least amount of effort for you. So based on that, there's like, it's very hard to just like it's contextual.
I mean, obviously you work with some big people as well that are pretty much known in the market. Can you name some of them?
I can.
You can. Let's do it.
I mean, I've helped a lot of different people. I mean, I've helped Will, I've helped Oscar. I mean, even right now, like I'm helping Liam. Like I don't know, just look through my Instagram. But I wouldn't be in the places that I'm in, and I wouldn't be doing the things I do had I not been helping all these people that you see around me.
So you start normally by connecting, helping a lot for free, and then they come back to you.
Yeah.
For money.
Yeah.
Do you have like these same strategies from when you started 18 months ago, or you discovered new things in the path?
That's a good question. I've definitely discovered new things along the line, along the path. I think every day you learn something new. It's like often these small tweaks. It's like these little things that can just really change like a lot for you that you kind of learn about. Like for example, I'll give you this one. Like I was on this like super yacht in Cannes with like all these fucking VC founders and like very, very successful people.
Yeah.
And one of the big takeaways listening into a conversation with some of the most important like VC founders, especially in AI, they live in San Francisco, is basically how the internet's now dying and is very like, it's very different now how it used to be. And so they were saying that like all of their marketing strategies or a lot of it is really focused on optimizing for AI and LLMs. And I thought that was really interesting because they were saying like, bro, like don't bother with SEO. Like you need like AI optimized shit. I thought that was interesting. I'm going to implement that in my own life because I can like, I'm going to now, I'm getting someone to basically do all of that for me. So that if someone like has maybe questions on how to be social or building a network, maybe it says my name. I think that's interesting.
Okay, yeah. It's optimization then. It's not anymore SEO.
Yeah. I mean, that's not my net expertise, but just sharing like something interesting I learned recently.
Yeah. Something else you learned in this last week in Cannes?
I think it was just like a reminder of how important your environment is to your success. So for example, like I make I make good money and I'm like who I am is a product of the environment that I've put myself in. And I just like asked myself, like, okay, I'll paint you a picture. Like imagine I'm going to a club every single day with this guy who sold his business. He was on the board. It wasn't just him, but for $4.7 billion. Yeah. That's a shit ton of money. And you just see him just like spending willy-nilly, like way more than any of these other online entrepreneurs. Like, do you know what's fucking hilarious in the online space? It's when someone says, oh, I'm elite, or like I'm like an ultra entrepreneur, and you make 10K a fucking month. Like some of these circles will actually laugh at that. And I'm not trying to say that to be rude, but it's like 10K a month does not make you 1%. It does not make you elite. Like you're just getting fucking started. That's like starter salaries for a lot of industries. And so the reason I say that is because when I'm in these circles of these people that make hundreds of millions of dollars a year, it just makes you think, holy shit, there are levels to the game. I think that's like a big realization. And then I asked myself like, okay, what will being in this environment around centimillionaires do for my success, do for my like growth? That's really, thank you. That's really like what I asked myself.
Yeah, it's all a matter of perspective. Because as well, we start and we say, okay, we are different than the others. We are into entrepreneurship. And then we discover, oh, okay, there are people making more than me. There are people making more than the normal average.
Yeah.
And then you say, fucking hell, 10K a month is nothing. When you meet up with other people as well.
Yeah.
So it's
I'm not saying this to be rude or crass. It's just like recognizing that there's levels to the game.
There's reality. It's reality. Yeah. So, what are the Raw Doggers and why do you choose this name?
Well, do you want the full? I'll give you the full story. So the reason I chose the name Raw Doggers is because part of me growing my network in Dubai is I used to go to charity events. And I went to charity events because I wanted to meet entrepreneurs that made a lot of money, but they actually cared about society. And so if someone's giving their time to charity, I'm like, that person's probably a good person, probably someone I want to hang out with. Plus they're entrepreneur and driven and all of this stuff. So I found this charity dog walking thing. Every Sunday, you can see on my Instagram, every Sunday I would go and I would walk these dogs for charity. And what I would do is I would invite loads of entrepreneurs. I'd go to a networking event and I would say to you, hey, if I thought you were cool, I'd say, hey, like, do you like charity? And you'd be like, yeah. Be like, do you like dogs? Be like, yeah. Be like, wicked. Well, if you like charity and you like dogs, why don't you come to this charity dog walk? I arranged all the cars and all of the logistics for everyone. It's every Sunday. Which Sunday works best for you? Now, what would happen is I would very quickly be able to filter, okay, this guy actually does care about society. They do care about doing good things, because they would give half of it. It's like 3-4 hours on a Sunday to this. Whereas some people, they'd be like, oh yeah, that's so amazing. I'd love to do that. But then, oh, I'm so busy. I'm sorry. They would never fucking donate. And I look at people's actions, not just their words. And instead, I'd see them in a fucking beach club, or I'd see them on a yacht.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, you're bullshit. And so that group chat was called Raw Dogging for Charity, because it was like dogs, and I just thought it was fucking hilarious. And then when I realized like the gap in the market, which was, okay, actually I'm meeting all these fucking cool guys, why don't I start funneling them into a community that's like really niche, low ego, but like just the best people that I meet? Well, the problem is with some of these communities that I experience, they're just very high ego. Everyone's like status this, status that, and I know my Instagram looks high status, but I like to think that when you meet me, like I'm actually like a chill fucking dude, and I like to be around people like that. And so I thought, well, if I call my community Raw Doggers, then you can't be some fucking like, oh, like high status bro, because it's like the fucking joke meme with a name. So that was one reason. Then the other reason is like, if I look at these archetypes of James Bond or like Bruce Wayne or whoever the fuck, like when I watch those movies, you see when they're going through like the darkest moments, like, or like Batman, for example, he's got like nothing going for him, and it's like super scrappy. But even though everything's really scrappy, he still gets the success that he wants, and like you see him like overcome all of the pain that he had. And yet I think too much, like what held me back for a long period of time was waiting for everything to be perfect. And so the reason I love this whole philosophy of raw dogging is because I'm like, kind of fuck it. Like not everything has to be perfect. Even this podcast, not everything was perfect, but fuck it. We can still get a lot out of it. Just doesn't really matter. Let's just do our best. And I just love that philosophy, and I think it served me so well, and I want that to be imparted on others.
And what do you notice in these people who are like not serving only their ego, but also like we can call it transpersonal self, like a bigger purpose, helping others as well? What did you notice in their actions and in their results after the actions?
Well, it's probably like more spiritual, but it's like I just believe in being a good person, and like I like being about good energy. And what I've noticed in some of the most successful entrepreneurs financially, they have a very dark energy to them. And I feel like they end up burning and crashing. It's like this fire that burns really bright, but it's built on like fucking like aerosol cans and like bullshit spray. Versus like a fire that comes with like real hot coals that last like a long time. I want success that lasts me a lifetime. And so that's why I believe in just doing really well and like doing good for everyone and just giving as much positivity out there. I see people and they're like give, take. And I really believe that they're rooted in almost like an evil spirit, or like in like a dark spirit. And so because I'm so aware of my environment and how it shapes me, I'm also just hyper aware that I'm like, yeah, like these people, that's who I want to be around. I don't know if that answered your question.
And I mean, you did the right thing. Like thinking about that is so genius, having this type of community, because as well you put yourself always with them.
Yeah. And
as well you attract who you are with.
Yeah.
Again, because there's connection that meets connection that meets connection. And it's interesting how you say that actually bring a positive energy, and the long-lasting impact is a lot of the times given by having like a purpose that beyond the personal ego. What's your vision on success? Like what you define success for yourself?
I define success by having true freedom, but I mean that in all senses of the word. And also just leaving this world a better place. I'm not trying to say that to be grandiose. It's like genuinely what I believe. I was raised like Catholic mother, Sikh father, go to the temple here and there. Like not super religious, but I just believe in being a good person, just leaving this world a better place than I found it. That's one thing. Second thing is freedom. What I mean by freedom is not just financial freedom, which I think a lot of people get caught up in. It's like freedom with finance, freedom with what you do, freedom with time, freedom with location as well, and like actually having that well-rounded character. And then the third thing that guides me is having fun along the way, because I've had near-death experiences. You just never know when you're gonna go, and so I'm like, fuck it. If there's like time is limited on Earth, I'm gonna enjoy the process whilst I'm here.
And what is keeping you pushing every single day on this path?
Love of the game.
Love the game. Here we go.
I just think it's fun. Yeah. What else am I supposed to do?
I mean, love the game.
There you go.
So
I think it's sick. Like I kind of just vibe around the world, make money, travel with my girlfriend and my friends. Like I'm not fine. Like it's not everything's perfect,
I mean,
but it's
you
fucking
feel
fun.
you actually feel the freedom. You actually
I
feel
think I'm
the
free as
freedom
fuck.
from everything. Because when you wake up every day and you say, "Today I do whatever the fuck I want,"
I think it's sick.
this is the freedom.
Yeah.
At the end of the day. So, would you say that your bigger goal is continually pursuing like this version of yourself that you are picturing in your mind since when you were younger?
I'll tell you something I realized. Like something that held me back was trying to have like a crystal clear image in terms of where I want to go.
Yeah.
And like I then just wasted a lot of time like trying to be like, oh fuck, like what is it, like what do I want to do exactly? And I just stopped fucking giving a fuck and I started raw dogging it more. And I'll give you like an analogy. I think there's two archetypes. Like some people, they're like architects, and what I mean by that is they're like, I want to build this and this looks like this, my life looks exactly like this, and so I'm going to do everything like this. I'm going to build it from the ground up or reverse engineer it or whatever. I did that for a period of time, but now because I have a lot of what I wanted before, I'm in a phase where I become an archaeologist. What do I mean by that? Well, what I mean by that is like right now, I'm kind of like dusting around. I'm like, I know there's a lot of treasure. I know there's a lot of gold. I don't know what the fuck that gold is or what the treasure is, but I'm just going to keep dusting like a fucking madman and something will happen and I'll fucking find something cool.
Yeah, but as well, we cannot project things if we don't know the full picture. It's like architects in prehistory, they didn't know a lot of materials. And how did they do? They started searching. They started discovering new things. And it's the same principle. Like, we can be architects, but if we don't know actually what's out there, because reality is way bigger than we think. I mean, we can only project things and reach goals based on what we have right now. It's a curious example, the archaeologist and the architect. From the people you know, from this group of road doggers, do you see different like categories of people as well? And is it because they live certain experiences, because they have certain goals, because they have...
Like, I think everyone just wants to be around good people doing cool shit. And like, really, that's like the category of these people that are in. You know, they all make good money. They all make really good money and they want to make more. They want more out of life and they want to be around good people and do cool shit with cool people. That's really like the best summary I have. And so I guess that's like the simplest category to put them in. Now, what some of them do, some do e-com, some do AI, some are consultants, some are in tech, some are just investors. Like, it's broad, but that's okay. It doesn't really matter what someone does. What I really care about is their character and what they can bring to the group.
What about that? Like, what are the character traits you would say are...
Well, the values of someone that's a raw dogger is someone that is lighthearted, playful, fun, maybe a little bit cocky, someone that wants more out of life, someone that's genuine, someone that's caring, someone that is willing to do good. These are really someone that's driven, ambitious. Any raw dogger, I will be like, I know for a fact I can put any two raw doggers at a dinner table in some like shit fucking place. It can be like a little crap plastic chairs, and they'll have a great time. And that's what I'm proud of, and I'm gonna keep it that way.
How much do you think character is built by values? Because I asked you characters and you gave me the values. So how much do you think is character bonded with values.
I never thought of that. How much is your character bonded with your value? I don't know. What's the definition of character?
I would say character is how you behave in certain situations, how you treat others. I mean, I think it's very correlated as well with ego, like with the perception we have of ourselves. So, values.
Because like I think like your values are kind of similar to your beliefs, and they dictate your actions. So, yeah, what? I'm struggling to answer that. How would you answer that?
I mean, it's very personal because
Yeah, I can still ask you.
I've actually never thought about the correlation between character and values. Like, it's obviously that character is built of values, but not only. Because you can say character is something, it's both half genetic, and half experiences we lived. Values, maybe it's more conditioning of, for example, our parents, our environment, and something we choose. We choose character, but it's more difficult. So it's interesting to see what's the correlation between this character and then the values of the people. Character, we can say, it's connected with ego, for example, because we said, I want people that don't only think about their status and themselves. For example, you can even define levels of ego. I normally say there's survival ego, so you only care about yourself surviving. These are the people that don't even reach the 5K, 10K a month. And they don't become entrepreneurs because their priority is like fulfilling the basic needs. Then there's the status level, and then you go up, you have the freedom level. Then you have the transpersonal level, that is more like, I don't do this for myself, I do this for a bigger purpose. And so it's interesting to see what could be the correlation between values, character, and then ego. But I mean, it's kind of a complex question.
A little bit. I'm not gonna lie.
Answer that.
I think like it's like everyone has their own different character, and people bring something like personal to the table in Raw Doggers. I just like really, it's just like, do I fuck with you? If I fuck with you and I think you're a good fit, cool. Like other things aside, I think it's like that. It's at the end of the day, it's my fucking thing. So I'm like the bouncer, and I'm like, yeah, you're cool. Yeah, sorry, you're not.
Yeah,
like,
but I mean,
that sounds really bad, but it's kind of true.
Normally, we don't like people who we don't think they bond with us because they only think about themselves. For example,
no, but I think on some level, like a lot of people think about themselves only.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, has it ever happened that you said, no, I don't like you, to a person that's very like kind with others, gives a lot? Like cares about you, actually.
I think actually, yeah. It's a bit annoying to give you this answer. I used to do dinner in Bali, and then this guy, like, I thought he was like very similar to me. Like he hosts entrepreneur things and like does charity work and stuff. But I just didn't get. I don't know. I just didn't gel with him. I just didn't have like the right vibe, and so. You know, this sounds really weird because I'm supposed to be like the networking guy.
Yeah,
I think I'm very picky.
Yeah.
Like I realized this the other day, isn't it? Who was it with? Do you remember? I know I'm breaking the fourth wall. Do you remember who was I with? I was with someone at dinner. No, was it with Elijah? Yeah. I was with my friend, and we were just talking about different people. And I realized, like, I think I'm quite judgmental at the start, not in a bad way, and just like I'm just very careful, like if I like someone or not, because I'm very like what I've got is such a like great circle and environment that I'm just very like I'm so fucking careful.
No, yeah.
And so sometimes I'm like almost like I'm nice, but I'm like very like careful in terms of like, do I actually want this person in my life? So
how much time do you normally need to find out if a person is actually a good fit for?
I think like you can get like an instant vibe, and then it's like I'm always open to people changing. Like Elijah, for example, when I first met him, I was kind of like, oh, this guy's a dick. But then we hung out more, and I was like, no, actually, I really like him. And I actually really like him. He's coming to Montenegro and Albania with us on my next trip.
I mean, it happens as well that
So I'm open to things changing. I'm not like super fixed in my like beliefs about someone, but we all make like a snap judgment initially, and that's why it's so important that you know how to walk into a room and present yourself in the best light.
Yeah.
What did you think about me when you first met me? Be honest.
I mean,
Who's this grumpy man?
today
Yeah.
or
In general. I'm actually interested.
I mean,
Market
I
feedback.
think I saw you the first time on Instagram some months ago. I don't really remember that much actually. What I said, he seems a cool guy from your Instagram. Like you just connect with big people, and then
What about when you meet me in person versus like what you saw online? That'd be interesting.
I mean, it's more that first impact is I normally find it the same, and then when you talk, you know the person more. So I think with time I got a little bit better into understanding people before seeing them, and just by seeing how they text even. I remember my father bought a book when he was like our age about calligraphy, and he was sending letters to people, and based on how they were writing on the characters and everything, he was kind of understanding the psychology of them. And I think I'm kind of doing that with text.
Interesting.
And it's interesting because like by sending so many messages every single day since 4 years, 4 years, you kind of understand already something about people when they text. And if you start thinking about that, because I try to be always very conscious about what's happening around me. And if you try to spot these things and then you find out that actually we're right.
All right,
You
so
can get some
you've
things.
judged my question, so what did you judge about me?
Let me think.
You can crop this out, I don't give a shit. But I'm
mean,
actually curious.
Yeah, but it's a good question. It's like, I think I found coherence between the person I saw online and yourself here until now.
All right.
I mean, we still hasn't gone out for dinner, so but I see as well when people are their true self on internet, like on Instagram and stuff. Cause
How do you decide if someone's their true self on the internet?
I normally look at their expression, at their eyes, and how they move. Because a lot of times you feel these people are not actually that way. And it's interesting because you see from their movement when you do pattern recognition. So you're already seeing people who are insecure. You're already seeing people who don't feel good about themselves, for example, or they want to
What do you look
show.
for to see if someone's insecure?
I normally. So first, you have looking for recognition outside of themselves.
What's an example?
Like, for example, people trying to have other people telling them, you did this, it was you. And you notice that both from in the internet, you look for content, for example, from how they talk as well, how they move, if like which people they have around, which type of picture they post, because that is important as well. Like if I see one person that doesn't give a fuck, I say, okay, this guy is his true self, because they don't give a fuck. When you have these people with super polished picture all the time, they always in the best position.
But my Instagram's pretty polished.
But I look at the content beside Instagram. So you have the first page, and then you have the reels.
Yeah,
you're
that's
talking.
fair. That's
so
actually fair.
from where you are
reels.
talking with people, I
Yeah,
see.
that's fair.
And then there's the concept on confidence as well, and confidence on camera, because it's normal to not get that fast, and there are people that struggle with that after like months or years even. What do you normally because as well I read about you do confidence coaching as well.
Mm-hmm.
What do you normally tell people? How do you normally train people for that?
I think tell people and make people do different things, because like a lot of my work is exercise based. I like to have FaceTime with all of my clients and we actually go and do things in the field and like actual real exercises. So that aside, in terms of what I actually tell someone on confidence, I think it's really that confidence is just comfortability, and recognizing that you can build your own comfort through like the exposure effect,
Mm-hmm.
and then also just through like recognizing and seeing different patterns. And I think it's really good to like learn from other people's experience, and that's why like I've just been in so many different rooms with so many different types of people, that what it's allowed me to do is like sit down with my clients and say, okay, in this scenario do this, in this scenario do this. And because of that, it's like they can draw on all of my wealth of experience through different rooms and feel fucking comfortable, aka really confident in any fucking room, because I've been in all those rooms. I've been in rooms with like, you've seen and beyond, like I'm with the most the most like successful entrepreneurs on earth. I'm also with some of the most attractive women on earth. I'm with like VC founders, like people that have billions of dollars. Like I don't know, again, I'm not trying to be cocky. I'm just being objectively, I've just got a crazy wealth of experience. And so from that, my clients can pull off of that.
You said different types of people.
Yeah.
Give me some different types of people.
Sure. I mean, it's like some people that are more like, as you said earlier, like ego driven. Some people that are more like status driven. Some people that, it's like maybe based on what they do. Like sometimes their work, like a lot of people get their identity from their job. So it's 100%. Like, okay, based off of that, if it's like with like the opposite, or like dating, like, okay, what type of girl? Because there's also like generational trauma and different things can come into it. Understanding what makes someone tick, understanding how to make someone feel good. Like, it's really broad.
Yeah. So, scrolling down on your YouTube channel, I realized that actually having a great network potentially helps you to find the woman of your life. What about that?
I think it can. I mean, my girlfriend's incredible, and I just walked up to her in the streets last year. Like, the story I think is actually pretty cool. But basically, I was there in Monaco last year for the Formula One, and it was like the craziness, like the vroom 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 of the fucking race cars. And I was there in the Beyond house, which was like filled with like really like the most attractive women on earth, and it was just crazy. And I'm walking through the Monte Carlo casino one evening, or outside the square. I was with my best friend. We see these two girls, and I'm like, damn, that's exactly my type of girl. And so I had this moment where it sounds so cliche, but I really like froze, because I was like, fuck, like I really want to go say hi. Like, am I nervous? But because I knew how to walk up to people, like that instant where it froze, I just like went through it. And I walked up to her and her best friend, and I did not even say a fucking word. You can ask her. I barely spoke to her, but I had incredible eye contact with her, because that's, again, something that I learned. And we literally just stared each other in the eyes for like 3 minutes. And it was like purely an energetic thing, which shows you don't even have to have the best words. You just need to have that fucking aura and that confidence. And at the end of like barely speaking and like looking into her eyes, I said to her, like, this is not the end of us. Give me your number. Got a number. Went to Bali. Broke my collarbone. Lost my passports. A month and a half later, we weren't even texting. I'm there in Malta for work for Binder. I was in this hotel room and I was lying there. I was like, this is so fucking gay. And I really miss that girl, because she's exactly my type. If you ask me what's my type, it's like genuinely her.
Okay.
And I was lying on this sofa and I was like, just text her out the blue. Like, it's on Sunday. I text her, like, call me. She's like, she picks up her phone in Amsterdam. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, this guy, like, imagine you meet a girl and a month later you're like,
a month later,
just out the blue, like, call me. And anyway, I text her later. I'm like, no, seriously, like, actually call me. And so she calls me, and that's when we have our first proper long conversation. We speak for like an hour and a half, 2 hours. And this is really like cocky and cliche, but this is the truth. I said to her, I was like, what are you doing this week? That's her first week off in the whole year. She's like, oh, I'm actually like, it's really lucky. I'm not doing anything for the first time this year. It's like, perfect. I got plans for you. You're coming to Malta tomorrow. And so this is like 11 p.m. 11 a.m. the next day, she's on a fucking flight to see me. And that's what happens when you actually know what to do in every single room on earth, when you actually have this confidence and charisma. Like, we then started dating shortly after. I'm like incredibly grateful and very lucky to have her. Because she's just, like, she's amazing.
What do you tell entrepreneurs about that?
I tell entrepreneurs, like, really, you want to be like the full-rounded person. You want to, like, you just want to be prepared for any scenario. Let's say in a different reality, I did not have the skill set of how do I walk up to a girl? How do I say hi? How do I text her? How do I get her to fly out after only meeting me for 3 minutes? Like, there are skill sets there. And if I didn't have that whole skill set, she wouldn't be here. She wouldn't. The universe would have presented me an opportunity, but because I didn't have the skill sets, it just would have gone into the wind. But because I knew what I was doing and I had the fucking skill sets, I got what I wanted. And so I say that because I'm like, if you're an entrepreneur and you're watching this, ask yourself, like, do you have the skill sets to get everything you fucking want in life? Because you will be presented with opportunities. And I bet there's so many times in your life, maybe it's a girl, maybe it's a business opportunity, but you let it slide and you let it pass because you didn't know exactly what you were doing. You didn't know exactly what to say and how to present yourself.
So in that moment, you help these people.
Yeah, I think it's like kind of like a tear in the matrix of reality. And you have to know how to fucking take it.
Yeah, definitely.
So I tell guys, like, learn that shit. It doesn't have to be with me. There's loads of other people out there.
How much do you think is confidence and talking important rather than all the other things?
Sorry.
Beside all the other things.
Your question is sorry, say that question again.
How is confidence and being able to talk well important compared to all the other things?
What are all the other things?
For example, having a good Instagram profile, looking good, all the surface level.
I met her when I literally had a broken arm and I was fat. And, like, to me, she's a 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
Like, I really think just confidence is like one of the most important things on earth. And I think truly deep down, if you ask yourself, do you want to be the most confident version of yourself? Like, does the most confident version of yourself get what you want easier than you currently do? Probably yes.
Yeah. Definitely.
And so I think that's the answer.
And how do you become confident?
Well, you work with me, you DM me. There's a number of different things, right? And like this, again, why it's difficult because I could like blanket statement, but like there's a bunch of different things. I think, yeah, understanding the principles, but ultimately it's like doing hard things is a great way. Like if you're watching this right now and you're like, Piero, I don't know where to start doing tough shit. Just start becoming that guy that does hard things and do it for yourself.
Yeah.
And you'll start to build a level of self-confidence, which is also self-respect.
And as well, I think it's about not caring that much about the output.
Yeah.
For example, when same thing, I had different challenges in my life in terms of school, in terms of I go running as well, like Jack. In terms of I was playing basketball before the games and everything, and what made me become confident there was like saying, okay, this doesn't matter actually. Like whatever it goes is gonna be good. So better to take this opportunity as well, focus, prepare and everything, but when you're there it's like you do it for the love of the game. So that I think as well is something that can really help. So what about your vision? Let's go on more about your vision of the future of the info market. You were saying before AI instead of internet. Like from your network, what do they say? Like what is the vision for now? Where are we moving with the markets?
I think more and more in-person things are going to happen. Really, where does that come from? It's like lack of trust. I think no one trusts anyone online anymore. So it's like, I think it's probably going to be a consolidation of like a few players that are truly trusted. And then you need to ask yourself, okay, if you want to be part of the few people that get everything, because every industry, you look at finance, which is where I came from before, like really it's like a few players that dominate the market. Why is that? It's because everyone trusts them. It's like it's like the winner takes all. And so if you actually want to win, you have to ask yourself, how do I get the most trust? And that can be done through a number of different things. Testimonials, great. I should probably post more of mine.
Yeah.
And then really I think a big thing is in person and building these relationships face to face.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's why I'm so bullish on it and bullish on doing in-person things. Because I think there's nothing better to actually build trust. And people like, I think something I find very interesting is like recognizing that there aren't actually that many people in this like online space. I think it's like, to me it's really interesting. It's like you probably think there are like way more people than there actually are.
I found that as well.
But then like when you start getting into these circles, holy shit, like as an example, like Beyond, which is like probably like similar to my thing, but like had like a level ahead. It's got like some of the best entrepreneurs in the online space, and they got like 140 people. So like shit, there really aren't that many guys that make like 50, 100 a month min.
Yeah.
Like just not that many.
Yeah,
And so as soon as you start cracking into these circles, you start to get everything that you ever wanted.
And as well, at the end of the day, it's not that big. For example, I said to Will, like on Instagram, we have 173 people in common.
That's crazy.
And like we live far away. He lives in Thailand now, I think.
Yeah, I don't know where he's based.
Yeah, like he has a Thailand number. So, at the end of the day, a lot of people that like are actually exposed, like they talk online, they do stuff. It's actually 1,000, 2,000 people.
Yeah.
It's kind of small. It's like a big school.
Yeah, I agree.
So, at the end of the day, then
That's why you want to be in the cool kids club.
yeah. I mean, I started thinking about that first time. So I was school representative at 16. Here in Italy, we normally finish at 19 school.
Mm-hmm.
I did like a different part of school because I went to Ireland for the fourth year. So we have 5 years here in Italy. I went in the fourth year and I did the graduation there. So I finished 1 year before. And this third year I did the school representative, and I actually found out it's actually small. If you know the right people, every classroom has some like 2-3 exponents. It's the same thing. Every market has these 2-3 exponents. If you know them, it's like knowing everyone. Because all the other like smaller fishes, they come to you because they're people in the market. They know you already. So knowing even 20% of the info market is enough to have like be known by everyone.
Yeah, 100%.
How do you want people to remember you? Do you want people to remember you?
Well, I don't really give a shit, to be honest. Like, remember me how you want to remember me. It's not my problem.
Do you want to have which type of leverage do you want to have in your, like, do you want to have like a legacy with this Raw Dogger thing with?
Honestly, I don't really give a shit. Like, I just like, I think it's fun. Like, I make most of my money through coaching. It's like, it's a really just good way to like bring these guys together. We do cool shit. Like, I think the legacy is the memories and the experiences that we share together. In terms of like, is Raw Doggers like, I don't know how to phrase it. Like, I just don't care. I don't think it matters. I think it's like, can it help everyone? Like, does it help everyone right now? Yes. Will it help everyone that joins? 1,000%. I think that's all that matters. I don't think it needs to go like super deep. Like it's a fucking community, you know.
Is that on school? Is that on the school community?
No, it's not on
it's
school.
not
It doesn't
a thing.
exist anymore on school.
Yeah, we checked before.
It used to be on school, and then I just changed it.
We checked 99,000.
It's not 99K, but I thought maybe someone will pay it, and like fuck it, why not?
That's
Yeah.
not bad.
You can click it if you want.
There's
know?
40 members inside that.
Yeah.
There's
No,
40
that's not active.
No, not active. What about next month? Where are you gonna be? Are there plans? No.
Yeah, there's loads of plans. I'm probably the wrong person to. I mean, tomorrow I fly to Lithuania, then I'm gonna go to Albania. Gonna do Montenegro/Albania for a trip. Probably go to either Montenegro. No, not Montenegro. Marbella or London. Host some things there, and then Portugal for a wedding, and maybe London again. That's July.
Is this something like the events, do you plan them like 2 weeks before, 3 weeks before?
It depends what it is, right? Like this trip of like 12 entrepreneurs and like our girlfriends, and we're doing like a week in Montenegro and then Albania.
Uh-huh.
That required more planning because we got like a really sick rail and all of this stuff. But like this dinner in Milan tonight, I didn't even want to post it on my Instagram. It's
Yeah.
like it's gonna be 10, 12 people already. So it's like
Yeah, I mean-
it's also like it's at like the point where it's like it's kind of like a bit not
We
annoying.
planned it last 48 hours, so.
Yeah. So
What
it kind
is
of depends on the event.
Yeah.
Like masterminds, I've done masterminds with like 1 week notice and filled them out.
what is the
Yeah.
biggest event that happened?
Well, in January I did one in Amsterdam with like 100 people.
I think I saw that.
Yeah.
And you organize that yourself,
Yeah.
and other people. I mean, there are many people interested in this thing. Like if you publish online and stuff.
Yeah, we ran paid ads to that.
Oh,
That's how we got a
okay.
fair bit of people.
Mm-hmm.
But that was my biggest one to date.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
When you are with your friends, entrepreneurs, like with your road doggers and stuff, does it sometimes happen that there are problems or?
Problems like what?
I mean, I don't know.
I don't fucking no. Well, people have their own problems and we work through that. But there's never been any problems like within the community itself.
Yeah, is everyone
Yeah.
like helping each other out?
Yeah, everyone.
It's good.
That's the whole fucking thing. I mean, I've got like a strict like don't sell your own shit in there.
Yeah,
Like
I mean,
that's
yeah.
strict because I've been in other communities and I get DM like, hey bro, like do you wanna like trying to set me? Like get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Like leave me alone. So I have like a strict thing on that. Like people do business together, but it's not like cold DMing everyone like, hey bro, like have you tried this? You know.
I mean,
So that's something that like I'm very careful of and I tell everyone that joins. But they're also like mature entrepreneurs. Like I don't like not in a rude way. I don't work with people that are just starting off. Like
I mean,
newest member Liam Otley. Like fuck's sake, the guy like type in AI on YouTube and
you
he's like
find
number
him,
one.
Yeah.
So it's like that's the caliber of people that we're bringing in. We're like bringing in actually like legit people. So yeah, they kind of know the game.
Yeah, but definitely. I mean, no, the ideal for helping each other, you don't fucking DM each other like that. That you normally help people for free, and then in case they ask you,
Yeah.
is it something that's allowed?
Yeah, I mean we have a call a week, and on the
Yeah,
call a week,
exactly.
like we have really big people on those calls,
Mm-hmm.
and on those calls, people can be like, "Yo, I'm struggling with this. How do I do this?" And they'll actually get a real source. Because something else I realized is like, a lot of people like on the online space, they won't actually tell you how to do something. They'll just be like, and like to be fair, even I do this a little bit because like they won't give you actually all the source. And so the cool thing is that when you're in the right network, you can actually learn all the source. That's what I've realized is quite cool. And like that's what we have. We have a weekly call and we like solve each other's bottlenecks and actually help each other.
Is it much joining the weekly call? You have like how many people do you have in the weekly call?
Like 6 to 8 to 9.
Okay.
But there's only 25 of us so far.
Oh,
so it's like a
okay,
good rate.
so it's-
Yeah. But that's what I'm really like selective with who's in.
Mm-hmm. Biggest event, okay. Next big event you wanna ask, like you have like you say I'm gonna do this one time.
I don't know. I think what would be cool for me this year is I'm going to go to San Francisco and build like an insane network. That would be cool. I was speaking to a partner, so they might fund all of my, like they've got like a mega pad in San Francisco, and so they might just let me live there for free and host parties and then pay for everything. So if they do that, that'd be great. But we'll see. In terms of an actual event, I have to decide. I haven't completely decided
If
yet.
someone wants to join your event, what do they have to do?
My event? Well, it depends. Depends what fucking event I'm doing. Like, sorry, I don't have any event planned right now, so it's hard to answer.
Yeah, I mean you're gonna publish on your Instagram normally.
Yeah, I publish. Yeah, it's normally Instagram, or I just message people as well. Yeah.
Nice. Let me see if you had an advice to give to people, young people that say I want to be like Piero. What would you say?
So don't try and be like just don't try and be like just figure out who you want to be yourself. I think the most important thing is just recognizing how important your environment is to your level of success. Like if you genuinely care about being successful and having everything that you want, and also if you're a bit lazy and can't be asked to work as hard as other people, recognize that you fixing your environment will help you get what you want way quicker and with a lot less effort. And that sounds pretty fucking good to me. So I think it's recognizing how important environment is like the biggest takeaway I can give.
Thank you, Piero.
Thank you very much.
I think we're done for today, and see you guys on the next one.
Lo so. No! Quando si troverà 6 registrazioni.